Hello, hello, and welcome, welcome. Wow, it suddenly is a little dark. That is interesting. That is part of it's part of the energy of this talk, the energy of being guided, the energy of awakening, the energy of realizing that there's such a thing as an inner man, as we have kind of come to this threshold in, in mankind, that the inner man can start coming out. That is the beauty and the excitement of these times, and that is kind of I'm kind of addressing and kind of holding space for that to happen, as there's kind of needs to be kind of a balance and preparation energetically and a choice, whether you come here or you join a retreat or you're on Patreon or the sanctuary, or you come physically. Is the movement from the child to which is the first level of energy of the body, energy body. The second one is the woman, and then there's the man, and then there's the inner man, kind of where we can kind of it kind of comes in, which kind of symbolizes the divine being coming in, or the golden body kind of coming in, but also not just coming in, but getting activated. We're kind of talking about the activation of this energy body, which kind of most people are a little unconscious about, because we have activated, our child self. The naturalness here is like we kind of awaken that power, which is the power self. We activate it through growing up. We kind of rise up, our body gets activated. Then we have the heart place, heart space, which is the female, the woman. That's where like the woman naturally steps into that when they become like a mother. It just happens kind of very effortlessly, naturally. And then we have the man, or the masculine center, or the mental body, or the mental space, the outer man, where most people live, where we kind of the ego is kind of comprised, where we kind of think our way through, we kind of exist in the mind. So most people get like stuck in that sense now, as most people now kind of get lifted up to that place of existence, the man, the mind, body. Or my Tai Chi teacher, he was kind of lifted up to that place, so you could see that he was like operating from that place where he was just kind of in the body, in the man, in that mental body. And then he was separate from the spirit body, which is where the spirit and where energy kind of comes, and kind of like the wisdom, or like the magic comes in. So like a lot of society and a lot of shamanic traditions, old, that they use these ceremonies to connect with spirit, with earth, with nature, with different stuff that they were connecting to. So we can all tap into that, like seeing from spirit. Here there is a potential to kind of return to that divine being, and then let it kind of be born into the inner man, letting that kind of connection come in, and that energy body start using that as to see, to feel, to sense, to fly, to walk. it's a whole new man, a whole new persona, new way of engaging. So that's kind of what we are guiding in here. And the guidance here is that of guiding not from like being far ahead, but it happens kind of simultaneously. Teacher and student, they kind of go through together. Society, like mankind, is together kind of walking in. It's like a wave, but a wave also needs kind of a leader of the wave. So it seemingly is a wave, but it's actually kind of like a boat where there's like a wave and something is guiding the wave. And then we can kind of, and that is where the ease of life comes in to kind of move towards awakening that part, that inner man, that golden body, that divine being within us, that is just kind of naturally at ease and enjoying and at peace, and but also kind of with the awakened body being, which is kind of something that people have different lineages that kind of like awaken different ways. The yogic were kind of focused on more the power. They used kundalini and like that energy to kind of push energy up. That the Buddhists kind of were they detached themselves from the power. So then by detaching themselves, then they came into the heart space, which is the center, the female center, the woman center. You also kind of come in there, like naturally when you become mother, you just surrender to the naturalness. And then we have the man, which kind of naturally steps into the man when he becomes a father, kind of. But we also then can, society kind of puts it now, the freedom that we can kind of manipulate these energies up to sexuality, like a hyper focused on sexuality desire. Then we can, and changing our identity, we can squeeze ourselves into the woman space or to the man space more, or to the body power space, or even to the spirit, but it's a manipulation, so to speak. So we don't necessarily see this this flow as much because we can't see the whole picture. So we have all these different kinds of people connected their bodies differently, but we are kind of looking, we don't find peace through manipulation. We have to surrender to the wisdom, to the guidance. Then we can start feeling that we are working in alignment with nature, in alignment with the energy, in alignment with the natural law, the naturalness of being. Then when we start kind of stepping into that forgiveness, then we can kind of move through. And then the third, the masculine center, is the Christ kind of move through that. And now we kind of have more the Taoist, which is kind of the fourth, which is, but it can't be from a shamanic manipulation. It has to kind of come from this wisdom place, which is kind of what humanity is ready for now. But, and we will start connecting more into that when we go into the sanctuary for the second part. So if you are interested to, you can come in there. Or if you're interested more, we will start up a retreat in a couple of weeks, which we will delve deeper into these teachings that is also available. Or you can follow it on YouTube and you know, get some tidbits of information before you're ready to kind of delve deeper. And then in a sense, I will talk more about this in the second part, and that will be in the sanctuary at Patreon. And with if you're new here, like, subscribe, or ask questions. And for the people that are ready, I will see you there. And have a beautiful day for the rest.